house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother Canada updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Kenny D. Kenny, I got your messages, well, some of them, and I just want to let you know you are in perfect standing with the Madrosed family. It's all good. I'm not sure why you're not getting the emails with our videos in them anymore. Just make sure you check out your subscription settings on YouTube. If everything looks alright, it wouldn't hurt to unsubscribe and subscribe again. You know, turn the TV off, turn it back on kind of thing. But anyway, thank you for supporting us on Patreon. If you guys want to be house guest of the day, we're doing a holla for $1, so make sure you check out our Patreon. The link is in the info box below. And make sure you comment on the house guest of the day thread so I know what your question is. Okay, so anyway, yesterday I was talking a lot about how Lavita was really kicking her campaigning into overdrive. Well, Shari, she started to campaign a bit too. Not quite as effectively, I would say, as Lavita, but she's trying. So she started by talking to Dallas. Ugh, that's mistake number one. So she lets him know that she really regrets staying so close to Lavita in the first week because she feels like she does not deserve to be up on the block right now. She didn't do anything wrong. She's just like guilty by association at this point. So it really bums her out that she's up on the block and potentially leaving this week. So Dallas is just like, yeah, it sucks. Who knows what Dallas is really thinking? He's already promised his vote to Lavita multiple times. Is he actually going to go through with that? It's tough to say, but at this point I would say yes, he is going to vote for Lavita to stay. But again, you never know. So we got a little look into Nikki's strategy yesterday. So she was talking to Lavita and Shari, and she's like, if I won the head of house, she calls it head of house, and it's amazing. She says that she would nominate some combination of Dallas, Maddie, and Raul. She cannot stand Raul. She's been calling him the hyena. She called him a disgusting hyena. She doesn't like the way that Maddie talks to her, especially when the vodka ran out at the pool party. She didn't like that. Dallas, she thinks he's a creepy mofo. She doesn't like him. I think she called him like an oaf or an ogre or something. I don't know. But those are her three that she's like ready to say goodbye to immediately. So then later on, she was talking to Tim and Phil, and she told them, like, her goal really is just to F things up for people before she goes. She wants to shake this game up. Tim is all about it. You know he loves that. He loves to entertain the audience. That's, like, what he's there for. So I think those two are going to have a little chaos power couple moment, and it's going to be awesome. Speaking of, yesterday there was a little prank action. Ramsey told Dallas, wait, let me just say, the house guests are having a lot of fun with the tongue that they won in the Have Not competition this week. Nobody's actually eating it. They're just like hiding it all over the place and stuff. So Ramsey told Dallas that he should throw the tongue into the shower while Phil was in there. So Phil was just like, don't do it, don't do it. So Dallas was like running to go and get the tongue. Phil busted out of the shower, mid-shower, to chase him. Put your towel on, dude. Okay, so anyway, Phil ended up finding the tongue. He brought it out to the hot tub area. End of story. Okay, so back to Shari campaigning. She was talking to Ramsey, and it seems like he wants her to stay. It's kind of interesting to see how the votes are breaking down within Shari and Lavita's own alliance. It seems like most of them want Lavita to stay, but Ramsey does seem to be on Team Shari. So he advises her to talk to Joel, Mitch, and the bros because he feels like maybe they can be swayed. I don't think he's aware at this point that all three of those votes are likely going against Shari. So Shari goes and talks to Phil because, of course, as Phil has said like a million times, he's the brains of the brothers. Don't even bother talking to Nick. It's so sad. So she's like, okay, here's the deal. If I win HOH, I will keep you safe. And if I'm not the HOH, you'll have my vote. So she also tells him, look, if I win HOH, I'm targeting Christine. Really? That's who you're targeting? I mean, like, Christine has made it known that she does not like Shari, but still, like, that's your target? Christine? Whatever. So Phil, she asked Phil, like, oh, who are you going after? Who are your targets? And Phil's like, I don't know. I haven't thought about it. Really? But yeah, I mean, I guess it's not really his responsibility to tell her. She's the one who's trying to get in good with him, but whatever. So Phil was chatting with Cassandra, and they agreed that they want to vote out Shari. She's too strong socially. They all think that Levita is like super, super socially awkward, so they don't feel as threatened having her in the house because they don't think she's going to be able to sway people as easily as Shari would. Which I think is true, but at the same time, like, she's swaying all of you guys to get your votes this week. What? So that's something to think about. But anyway, Kelsey joined in on their conversation, and they were looking ahead to next week, and they all agreed that they want Dallas out next. Okay, so moving on. Then Kelsey and Cassandra were talking alone, a little strategy chat in the bathroom, and now Kelsey is saying, like, she is down to vote Shari out, which is surprising because she's been so against it all week. But don't get too comfortable with that. So I'm just, spoiler alert. So yeah, Cassandra was stressing that they really have to win the HOH next week, which is always funny to hear because they're just like, oh yeah, we're going to win this HOH and then we're going to run the whole game, blah, blah, blah. But Cassandra's saying that they can't let someone like Dallas, Maddie, or the brothers win HOH. Dallas is definitely not a fan of Cassandra, so she's worried about that. Maddie, they can't trust. They know that she doesn't like them. And the brothers, they're just like, they're sketched out by them. You know, they're a twist. So who knows what they're going to do. They feel like they can't fully trust them. Well, I think Kelsey does, but Cassandra not as much. Kelsey's all like, I'll just flirt with both of them and it's all good. So Cassandra also told Kelsey that Maddie was saying that she would go after Raul if she won HOH. So she's like, all right, keep this on the down low. So what does Kelsey do? She goes directly to Raul and tells him. She was like, yeah, Cassandra told me that Maddie's coming after you. And she also said this in front of Nick and Phil. Isn't Nick, like, really close to Maddie? I'm just saying, like, there's a chance that this could get back to her very quickly and Cassandra could be in trouble, all thanks to Kelsey. But anyway, Kelsey is talking this out with Raul. He's pissed about it. And she's like, well, if she would go after you, she would probably also put me up because we're like a duo. So then they were also realizing if Maddie's coming after us, then Ramsey, Dallas, and Levita probably all would too because they're working together. Okay, so you know who's really pissed off actually? Jared. Apparently he's been getting jealous because Kelsey is all over the brothers. Kelsey and Raul were talking about this. Jared was like stomping around the house with freaking, what's like a really big elephant feet? Yeah, elephant stomps, because Kelsey was like sitting in Phil's lap or something and he didn't like that. But I mean, she does flirt with like most of the guys in the house. And Jared, he feels like that's his lady, but she's not really. I don't know. So, I don't know. There's definitely some tension there, and it's going to be interesting to see if that affects their gameplay at all. But then this is where things get a little bit weird. Kelsey and Cassandra were talking again, and now they're saying that they should get rid of Levita. Huh? Like, I mean, that's not surprising coming from Kelsey because she's been saying all week how she wants to vote Levita out. But I am surprised at Cass because she's been in Levita's corner all week. She's been one of the ones leading the charge to keep her. So it was like really weird and I didn't get it. But she was like, yeah, if we're going to do this, we need to make a deal with Shari. Let's sleep on it, see what happens. Well, they slept on it and Cassandra's back to wanting Levita to stay. I don't know what's happening. But anyway, I think Kelsey also lost her mind today. She came up with this new plan. She shared it with Raul and Jared separately. So this plan, she wants to pretend that the whole house is going to vote out Levita so that Ramsey, Dallas, and Maddie will too, so that it's unanimous. And then at the last minute, she wants the 7 other people to change their votes and keep Levita so that the only votes for her to go would be Ramsey, Dallas, and Maddie. So then she's like, okay, if we do this, if we can pull this off, then Levita will be pissed at them. She'll go after them instead of us. Really, Kelsey? Kelsey does not realize that 2 out of 3 of those people are planning on keeping Levita anyway. So, yeah, she shares this plan. Raul's like, yeah, oh, it's great, it's great. Jared is just like, this is stupid. He is not happy about it. He doesn't want to keep Levita in the house all of a sudden because he feels like she's going to be coming after him and Kelsey. But he's like, you know what? I don't care. Like, do whatever you want. I have no say in this anyway. Whatever. So he's like annoyed. Kelsey, on the other hand, thinks that she's like this mastermind genius. You know what I think? I think she's way overplaying. Stop. Or keep going, because I wouldn't mind seeing her go. What? Okay, so Levita pulls Jared aside, and she's like, I just want you to know, if I stay this week, I'm not going to go after you and Kelsey. So Jared's like, oh yeah, like, it makes me feel really good to hear that. So then, what do you have? So then, here's a little Tim moment, because we haven't had enough Tim today. So Tim has come up with this new plan. Originally, he was saying that he and Nikki were going to split their votes this week so that they would cancel each other out. And now he's like, no. He said, no, we need to shake things up. So he wants it to still be interesting, but fair at the same time, because he doesn't want any blood on his hands. So Tim comes up with this double or nothing plan. So basically, instead of splitting the votes, he wants to have both votes go to one of the nominees, depending on a coin flip. So the winner would get both wildcard votes, and they would not tell the other house guests who was going to get these votes beforehand. Whoa! All right, so eventually, Nikki was not feeling this at first because she was like, oh, I didn't know. Eventually, she does agree. But will the nominees? Because he wants everyone involved to be okay with it. So I don't know if this is actually going to happen or not. He was kind of worried that it would be like insulting to Shari and Levita, that like it could come down to those 2 votes, which I don't think it will, but you never know. Hi. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens there. I appreciate that he's trying to keep things fun and entertaining. That's, you know, as a live feeder, we love that. Also, Tim has a pet spider now that he's keeping in a jar, and its name is Marinara. So, that's fun. Okay, that's all I have for you guys today. Tomorrow, eviction day. There's still some time to campaign. Do you think it's going to be Shari or Levita going? Let me know in the comments. And until tomorrow, much love.